Willie D Live.
What's up, family? 19-year-old Alkaline Taylor is facing serious charges after allegedly shooting 4 men, killing 2 outside a Foot Locker. She reportedly opened fire after witnessing the men jump and pistol whip her brother, DeWan Taylor. Her bond is set at $2.5 million. I found without knowing anything else. All you know is she witnessed her brother getting jumped and pistol whipped by 4 dudes. Do you arrest her and charge her? Or do you let her go? Is that self-defense? Give me a thumbs up if you say let that woman go, man. Thumbs down if you say, nah, man, nah, she didn't have to do all of that. She didn't have to do that. She killed 2 and shot the other 2. Well, she shot all 4, but killed 2. Allegedly, word on the street is at least one of them was shot in the back as he ran, tried to get away. Shot him in the back. I don't know, fam. First thing that comes to my mind is, where's her GoFundMe? You know, I mean, I'm not sorry, but you know, these type of things happen a lot. You know, you see a lot of times people getting jumped and pistol whipped and beaten, and there is no retribution, little to no retribution, little to no cost. And this time, I'm sure these guys thought that they had the ups, and they felt really confident in their ability to bend due to their will. What they did not anticipate is his sister having that thing on her and popping them up. They did not anticipate that. See, once again, you have a situation where you know what you're gonna do, but you don't know what the next person is going to do. They knew that they were gonna beat dude down, pistol whip him, and I'm sure they felt pretty proud till them bullets started piercing their skin. You know, like, damn, man, it didn't go like we thought it was gonna go. Especially the ones who took their last breath. Imagine, and I bet you $1 to a donut they died for nothing. I bet you that they was beating dude up over nothing. I bet you if they could all take it back, if they all could just, you know what, man, we're gonna walk this beef back, man, it ain't even worth it. I'm gonna leave that alone. If they could just walk it back, knowing that getting shot up was going to be the consequences of their actions, they wouldn't have done it. Anytime you're in a physical conflict, even before you enter into a physical conflict, if you're in a verbal conflict, before you even enter a verbal conflict, you should think to yourself, what is the worst thing that could happen? The worst thing that could happen is you could die. You could get killed. Second worst thing that could happen is you can kill somebody else. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. Well, what if you're innocent? You see, so you really want to just avoid it altogether. You want to try your best to avoid it altogether because conflict is costly. Even if you win, you might lose. What I mean by that is, let's say you felt that you had the right to down buddy, right? Shot him up. Let's just use this woman for example. Let's use Lakaya for example. They jumping her brother. She pull out the whammy. Bam, 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 bam. She down a couple and dropped the other 2, but she killed 2, right? Now, on the surface, that sounds honorable, right? She took her for a brother, you know? That sounds honorable. But was it legal? Was it a legal kill? So now she's in jail with a $2.5 million bond. I suspect that somebody is going to come to her aid and get that bond reduced and perhaps even get the charges dropped. It just depends on whether or not she kept shooting while these guys were running away and she shot him in the back. Because in the United States of America, you cannot shoot people in the back while they're running away unless you're a police officer. If you're a police officer, you're special, you have special privileges, and you can kill people as they run away when they're no threat to you whatsoever. All you have to do is say, I only had a few seconds to react, and I shot him. I thought he had a gun. I thought he was gonna spit on me. I thought he was going to fall and then play dead and then pull out a gun and shoot me when I stand over him. So I had to eliminate the threat. I had to eliminate the threat before all of that could occur. What Lakaya Taylor did, many people are calling heroic. They are saying, free that woman. Yeah, they're saying free her. I think what she did was honorable. I would have done the same thing. I'm not letting nobody jump and pistol whip my brother or my sister. That ain't happening. If I got it on me, you better believe they gonna feel it. They gonna get everything that's in those chambers. That's right. Everything that's in that chamber, that's what's coming out. Whatever come out, that's what they gonna get. And I mean every single one of them. So I ain't mad at her. I ain't mad at her at all. I absolutely would be defending my brother, for sure. I would definitely defend my sister, for sure. I do not understand why she's locked up. And sometimes these things happen because you have an overzealous prosecutor and they just want to put somebody in jail, or you have an overzealous police chief or something. And lock her up. Yeah, lock her up. We'll figure it out later, right? I suspect that she'll be released. I suspect that all charges will be dropped, even if she shot him in the back. Sometimes you can do that. Sometimes they have flexibility. They have legal flexibility, and they'll be like, you know what? The prosecutor will walk into the room with the grand jury and present the evidence, and they'll present it in a way that will encourage the grand jury to see things the prosecutor's way. For example, even though they got her in there right now, the prosecutor can go in there and say to the grand jury and say, hey, this is the case right here. I don't think that we should be charging her with this case because she's a good person. She ain't never really been in no trouble. She was just, defending her brother. They don't even have to start it off with not thinking that we should charge her or whatever. You should indict her. They can go straight to the whole thing about how she was just, Lakaya, she's a good person. She's never been in trouble before, and they were jumping her brother, and she was scared, and she pulled out a gun and she started shooting, and she hit 4 of those guys, and 2 of them died, unfortunately. But she's a mother of 2, and she's never been in any trouble. So, and the grand jury be like, okay, we get you. We see we're picking up what you're putting down. We're picking up what you're putting down. I don't think that she's going to be tried and convicted. I think they'll let her go. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.